Hi y'all, this is So Blessed. Welcome to the Blessed Place. How y'all doing? Let me get a little closer. Let's get closer. Love that jam. Takes me back to the day that I don't want to remember. Okay y'all, why I love YouTube. I was tagged by Barbadian261. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it. I love tags. Anytime somebody want to tag me, I don't quite remember how I came to know about YouTube. I think it was my daughter just started telling me about different videos on YouTube, and for a long time I resisted it because I thought it was so stupid. I said, what's next? Okay, you videotape yourself and put it online? How stupid is that? See how we judge things that we have no knowledge of? What I love about YouTube is, like many of the ladies already said, was the support that you find on YouTube, the inspiration that you find on YouTube, the encouragement. I am so inspired and encouraged and enlightened by the people that I subscribe to or that I view, or the people that view or subscribe to my channel, the comments. I think I'm just blown away by the kindness of people. I hadn't lost faith in people, but you know, when you're bombarded by the media with all of the negativity that's going on in the world, you really do forget, especially when you kind of live in a cocoon and in your little world. In my world, everybody was good. But I felt that outside my little world, outside my cocoon, outside my comfort zone, their evil lies. That's what you hear. You're just bombarded by this negative images and stories and all of that, and that people are just rude and crazy. But when I came to YouTube, it just really restored my faith in people. That people are so kind, they're so generous, they're so thoughtful, they're so giving, they're so encouraging, they're inspiring, they're funny. Funny as all get out. They're talented. And that's another reason I love YouTube. It's just the plethora of talent that I find on YouTube. Just to point out one of the people, y'all know D Storm. He's a rapper, but he takes all kinds of challenges and make raps. This young man is brilliant. And then Tiffany Ray. Oh my goodness, spoken word artist, and she's just more than just a spoken word artist. I love the diversity of her channel because she doesn't just do spoken word. She comes on and also speak a word to us, and I love that. And she's aesthetically beautiful, but what I love more so is that she's even more beautiful on the inside. The thing I love about YouTube is I love the fact that me and my three sisters are on YouTube. We call ourselves the 4Ds. The 4Ds. That's Deidre, Deborah, Denise, and Danica. I'm the oldest. I know y'all couldn't tell. I know y'all didn't know. The other day, Danica, sidebar. The other day, Danica and I were out having lunch, and the greeter at the door asked us if we enjoyed lunch and everything. He's like, "Are you two twins?" And I said, "Oh no, I'm only 10 years older than she is." And then it goes like, "Don't believe her. She's actually my mother." It was too funny. Okay, I digress. Anyways, but just the fact of having my three sisters on here, and y'all, although we are close, and I know I don't have to tell y'all that, anybody that watch me or watch any of my sisters, you know that we're close, but I learned so much more about my sisters on YouTube. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know what that says about our relationship, but I learned more about them, and I'm sure they learned more about me on YouTube, just watching on YouTube. Another thing I also love about YouTube is the way it has brought me out of my comfort zone. You all would never ever know. Only my sisters know. Only the three other D's know how much of a private, intensely private person that I was. And I'm still private in my real life, but you just would never know it by watching YouTube. What I love about YouTube, it has brought me out of being so introverted and being so intensely private. But lastly, so that I won't go on and on and on and go beyond my 10 minutes or so, because I want to elaborate a little bit on this. One of the main reasons why I love YouTube, among all the other awesome reasons that I love YouTube, is what it has done for me and my self-confidence. And I hope, I pray that, and I'm sure anybody that knows me will know what I mean and will not take this the wrong way as conceit or anything like that. So hopefully nobody misconstrue that. But growing up, okay, it's 4 Ds, and growing up, I was never the pretty sister. My sisters still are and were just beautiful. And I was just never, I was the athletic sister. I was the tall sister. I was the sister that looked just like her daddy. Now, what 10-year-old girl, 12-year-old girl want to look like her daddy? All my other 3 sisters are like, oh, she's so pretty. Oh, Kat, she look, my mom is Catherine, they call her Kat. Kat, she look just like you. Oh, that one right there look like Buddy. What 12-year-old girl want to look like her daddy? I don't care how handsome he is. I did not want to look like my daddy. But the truth is I do. So I didn't grow up with low self-esteem. I mean, I grew up knowing the reality of things. It is what it is. That I'm just not the pretty sister. That didn't give me low self-esteem, but that did give me reality check. But then I became athletic and pretty. It went out the door. I was the athletic sister. I was the one getting all the accolades. I was the one with the name in the newspaper and on the news and with the scholarship to college. So take that, pretty sisters. No, I'm just kidding. When I got onto YouTube and started seeing my reflection and seeing my how I gesticulate and how I express myself, and I started saying, wow, I started seeing what people had been telling me for a long time. I can remember my high school boyfriend told me, and it's funny how most of the men in my life, this is the way it worked. Somewhere after a month or 2, 6 months down the line or whatever, it was like they would look at me with like I caught them off guard with surprise, and they would be like, you know, you're really beautiful. And I'm like, really? My daughter's father, affectionately known as my baby daddy, I can remember we were together because my high school sweetheart, we were together for 3 years. Then Derica's father, we were together for 5 years. And I could just remember being like a year or 2 in the relationship and just talking to him, and then he stopped me mid-sentence and he says, you know, you are really pretty, or you're really beautiful. It's like, oh, okay, thank you. What did you think a couple of years before that? Okay, now move on to the love of my life, my husband. And sometimes now we'll be talking, or I'll be talking, and then he'll say, you know, you are beautiful. You are so, baby, you are so pretty. And I'm like, but since YouTubing the last 3 years, this is the first time that I believed it. So you can have someone tell you something all your life, that you're beautiful, that you're smart, that you're talented, that you're gorgeous, that you're this, you're that, you're fine. You can have someone tell you all these things all your life, but not until you believe it does it really, really matter. And this is the first time now that I believe it. You know, y'all don't feel bad for me. Don't cry. Argentina, don't cry for me. Because like I say, I didn't grow up with low self-esteem. I call it, I grew up with reality, knowing that I was not cute, and I was not attractive, and I was not the pretty girl, and I was not the fine girl, and I was not the girl that the dudes were attracted to. I was Big D. That's what they called me in high school, even though I was much, much slimmer than I am now. But I was 6 feet tall, 6 feet 2, wore size 14 clothes, size 13 shoe, and I was Big D. But since YouTubing and seeing myself and getting the feedback from you guys, and the kindness that you, and the warmth that you give me, and all the compliments, it's the first time that I believe, I know that I'm beautiful. And it's not just because of the reflection that I see back at me, not just the aesthetic beauty that I see back at me, but hey, that's there too now. But it's not just the aesthetic beauty, but it's the beauty that's within my heart, and the personality and the intelligence that's within me that just shines forth, and that reflection of beauty just comes back at me. And like I said, I hope that didn't sound conceited, but I would be totally remiss if I left that part out and did not share with you what I love most about YouTube, is that it showed me my beauty. Yeah, I'm going to stop there before I start crying. Alright, y'all be blessed.